Now, is it the same in Hearts of Iron 3 as it is in Hearts of Iron 4, which if you've got ships stationed offshore, it provides you a combat modifier, or is damage actively put onto a unit in Hearts of Iron 3 if there's a ship off the coast?
In Hearts of Iron 3, if there's a ship off the coast, they will get, I believe, up to a 50% combat debuff for shore bombardment.
Okay, so it's just a modifier then.
Yes, it is a combat debuff and it varies depending on the strength of the bombarding ships.
I see.
So thanks to Dog Knight for the bits. Appreciate it. My bit bar today is bits for Italian incompetence. So we were trying to get up to 100% incompetence. Don't question my ways, Bob.
I didn't say anything, okay?
I heard Hitler scoffing from Rome. God damn it!
I didn't say anything.
Stop
yelling at me.
Is Yugoslavia friend or foe? My plan is to kill Yugoslavia.
They're friends until they are foes.
Yeah. So intelligence.
They're moving.
Yugoslavia.
Production.
Increase.
Yeah, I'm really just kind of waiting for the production queue to move along. I've got IC at the top already. That's finishing up as we're going here. I've got a little bit more infrastructure that's being built as well along the Maginot line. So, and then I've got some infantry. I've got some tanks that are getting produced, which are light armor because I don't have access to better armor yet. So yeah.
Yugohuvia? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who Yugoslavia. More like Yugoslavia.
Oh.
What did Yugoslavia do to me? Hey, Mekasloth. There we go. For Italian incompetence.
What are my thoughts on Voyager's Threshold? The Star Trek newts are dumb.
Wait, what?
What more shall I say? Remember the episode of Voyager where they decided to break the warp 10 barrier and they turned Paris and Janet into newts?
Hakan, there you are, bud. He donated to me too. Thanks, Hakan. It's nice to see that you're still around, bud. So the issue I have with that one is that the future development of evolution of mankind is a giant salamander without opposable thumbs. I mean, I feel like it'd be hard that lives in swamps and doesn't have language or society or art or anything like that. I never really understood how that was supposed to be a, future evolution.
We don't have to talk about it, Ben. It's okay. It's fine.
Mammals turning into cold-blooded salamander?
Ben, stop.
Okay, I'm sorry. I
thought you were trying to cure your migraine, not... You're supposed to bring balance to your brain, not destroy it.
It's... What I'll say about Voyager is that it's like a guilty pleasure. It's terrible, but I still like it. I liked the show, but man, is the writing bad. I don't know what the writers were thinking in that. Didn't Star Trek TNG do Warp 10 as well? Bob would contest that. Alternate timeline.
No, it wasn't. It was something to do with the Traveler or something like that, I think. If I recall correctly.
I thought
it was a season 1 thing, I think.
No, wait, what? Didn't they do it again? Hey, Lala.
Will either of you play BattleTech? It's MechWarrior.
Yeah.
MechWarrior.
Waiting for fucking codes.
Yeah, well, I don't know if you know who the new person is. It's her name's Kate.
Kate.
Which I follow her on Twitter, and she put out a tweet which was like,
"Don't message me about BattleTech codes."
No, it wasn't that specifically. It was how'd she phrase it? I could probably. Well, I'm not gonna all tab out of Hearts of Iron 3 because we're a desynced one, so I don't want to cause.
Yeah, that's.
It was something to effect of like anyone who's bombarding me with like all you people are bombarding with the emails and putting it to the bottom of the list or something like that.
Oh man.
So yeah, that was the thing I saw today. And I was just like, oh. I mean, I sent an email to Paradox PR already a couple weeks ago asking about like a week or so ago, just asking like, hey, about codes. Which I mean, like, we all do. Like, the group of people that we work with, like, Roche, Mordred, Midge, Aldra, Ben, myself, we all contact PR people to get our codes typically, or they sometimes reach out to us depending on kind of what it is. Like, if it's a brand spanking new release, like Surviving Mars was, like I was reached out to on that. I'm sure Ben was too.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, Surviving Mars was an interesting one because Jesse was actually preemptively sent out emails to a lot of people who are like, hey, do you want this? Because if you do, tell me now so I don't get overwhelmed later. Do we want to piss off Japan? I don't think we want to piss off Japan, do we?
Well, I can't imagine that they come over here and try to kick our ass. They've got all
Fuck it, I'm doing
it. Push through. Okay.
Fuck it, I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
I mean, frankly, I don't see why there's any reason to ally anybody else but just ourselves.
Yeah,
you know?
maybe
puppet some countries along the way, maybe, you know, but...
I sent 250,000 men to China.
Emotional banana, thanks for following.
Hey, that's someone. This is someone who follows me over here. Migrated to Bob. Kudos. Yeah, anybody who... I was gonna say, anybody who's watched it from my end, you can also watch from Bob's end by following him on Twitter and watching from his on YouTube.
Twitch, not Twitter.
Fuck! Give me a break.
Though you can follow me on Twitter too.
He's got a Twitter, and BundeswehrBob.com.
I do. I put comics there. I put little blogs sometimes. I'm not really active with the blogs so much because I'm spending so much time doing this kind of content. But
Japs aren't true Axis. Yeah, I know. They're not real fascists. They're just getting on the bandwagon.
They're fake fascists.
You want us to watch from Bob's end? No, I want my viewers to watch from my end, but I'm saying if you want to watch from Bob's end to see what Germany is doing specifically while I can't see, you can. Also, he's got other content you could watch. Although there is the rumor that Bob is just my alt. That is a rumor. So
yeah, you know, Ben just gets on stilts. He puts on a 100-pound fat suit, and then it's me.
Complete with the blue hair and blonde eyes.
Blue hair, blonde eyes. God damn it. That's actually this Wednesday. We're starting that.
Oh, I can't wait.
D&D.
I can't wait. Yes, my lord. Definitely gonna be doing dumb. I'm playing a real dumb character. Well, not real dumb. My character is as equally as dumb as Artlocks was weak. Ben throwing shade at Bob. I don't think I'm young enough to. I don't think I'm young enough to be allowed to do that.
Throwing shade at me for what?
I don't know.
What?
Did I insult you, Bob?
What happened?
I mean, did
what
it?
happened?
I talk a lot. Maybe is Leah in the background somehow using a voice changer to be Bob? Yeah, Bob is just Leah.
Makoto Yuki. I'm definitely not Leah. Makoto Yuki. I am not 4'11".
Oh no, he's not. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, I don't know what I said. That was sure, Shady Bob.
Thanks for following.
If anything,
Shady
Bob's
Bob?
throwing shade at me because he's bigger than me, so he would produce more shade, right?
Yeah, but you're smaller and more not noticeable.
Yeah. I mean, if someone was going to be throwing shade, it should be Bob for me, because I can hide in his shadow pretty easy. Come on, guys.
Major movie studio decision. What does this do? Entertainment, heroic tales, news, and politics. All these can be produced at a major movie studio. Yes, we're going to have Dresden Wood.
I usually hit the Dresden Files. That's an actual show. I would do. I think it's the entertainment one that reduces consumer, like toaster production during wartime. 4'11" 3/4. Spirey's got my wife's back.
4'11" 3/4.
How?
Excuse me.
How dumb are we talking? Grog levels of dumb? Almost as dumb as Grog.
Mecha Sloth, thanks for following.
Actually, you know what? Actually, I think I am the same intelligence as Grog. Am I going to cast the Jews? Well, I mean, that seems like a whole lot of not my problem.
The Jews?
I'm really more just, like, I don't care about anybody's religion, but those fucking Slavs. Inferior fucks.
I am cutting that out later.
For the soundboard. Just in case anybody doesn't know, I'm Polish. Relations with Germany go up. Ooh, yeah, sign it! I would love to have relations with Hitler.
Whoa.
I don't
That's
see.
also going to cut out later too.
Alrighty.
If I can find the time.
If you can find the time. Mark down those time codes. Motorized, mountain, motorized, mountain, regular. Nikola Tesla, inferior Slav.
You killed my son. I demand blood and vengeance.
These people are queuing up the Bob sound files. You killed my son.
Eat a bag of dicks.
I demand blood and vengeance.
Long live the Magnus Empire. Thanks, Logan.
Yeah, so many interesting Ben quotes to be saved. There's quite a few. It's true.
I talk a lot and say stupid shit most of the time.
I'm just trying to like queue up as much tech as I can because I'm just mowing through it so quickly.
Yeah, you go through tech a lot. Well, there's less tech in Blacker Ice than in Black Ice, and I definitely feel like you go through it quick. Like it takes less time to research. Because I'm fucking dumb shit Italy here, and I'm mowing through some tech pretty quick. My problem is that I don't have enough production to make all the new guns.
Is there a way I can help you with that?
I think rebuild the Andrea Doria and the Chaudulio. Sure.
There goes Ben doing his baby speak again.
Goobagagoo.
We're just gonna queue everything up. There's no reason not to queue everything up now at this point.
Well,
I've got so much research I can push through.
Let me see. Request no. Hey, non-demonia. Lend-lease? Yeah, that's what I'm looking at right now.
So how is the Bob Reich coming along? Well, I don't know if you've been watching any of my Hearts of Iron 4 Makoto, but this is definitely not Hearts of Iron 4. As you can tell, you've never seen Hearts of Iron 3, so this is Hearts of Iron 3. But Hearts of Iron 3 Blacker Ice, which is a mod we're playing, is a much different beast than what I've played before. I mean, I played Black Ice a little bit with Ben before, and we did a Pact of Steel before where I was. Oh no, that was actually vanilla. Never mind.
Yeah, that was vanilla. We did.
Actually, I don't think I have not. There hasn't been a time where I haven't face planted actually really hard in Black Ice. That I think about it.
We tried twice, and it went poorly both times.
Well, first time I played is Germany. I got no. First time I played is France.
Yeah, that was a bad idea.
That was a bad idea.
On both of our parts. That was bad on both of our parts.
Yeah.
We probably should have done that.
So that was the thing that we dealt with, and I'm a little bit better prepared. I mean, I already misstepped once with I declared war in Poland, and I didn't think that France or UK were getting involved, but they got involved right away. And my whole Magonaut line was the Siegfried line on my side was not garrisoned in any way, shape, or form. So we safe scrubbed that one.
Yeah, that was a thing.
Yeah. So, but now Bob's taking steps to make that not a problem anymore.
You know what? I'm going to demobilize because, fucking hell, I can't. It's gotta be. I need the doodle. I need the consumer goods. Thanks, Logan. Enjoy the rest. I will enjoy every bit you give me, Logan. Okay, so I'm demobilizing because it saved me like 50 IC and toasters. That'll allow me at least enough IC to upgrade my forces. Love the Vicky 2 music. Oh, I know. Cat on the cam. Yep, there's a cat. Hey, Dinah. Yeah, you're so sweet. Here, let's see if we can see some more Dinah. There she is. Look at her cute little face. There we are. I think Leah came in and like rubbed my shoulders for a minute, and it actually kind of calmed down the migraine. It was because it was getting pretty bad there. Military access from Germany. Yes, I would like Hitler inside of me.
Dear me. Oh my. Yeah, Hearts of Iron 3 is just a much different game than what I have played before on my channel, just because there's a little more intricacy to it, which I like intricate games for sure.
Well, we played fucking Vicky 2.
We did play Vicky 2, which I wish that worked better.
I know. I think we should try that again sometime, just to see.
I remember it wasn't too long after that whole series had finally been up for a while that I got a few suggestions for us to try the what is it? HPM, the historical project mod or something like that.
Yeah.
Where the claim is that the HPM mod supposedly makes it so that it's more stable. I don't know what sorcery is done to make that happen, but yeah.
I was gonna say HPV, but I think that's that cancer-causing virus.
Supreme Ruler would be a game I'd love to play more of Utari, but you already know the pain of multiplayer. Which that last Friday, this past Friday, we tried doing a World War II 6-player game for multiplayer. Axis versus Allies. We had Italy, Romania, and Hungary on one side. We had the USA, Norway, and Poland on the other. and it's not even, I think, a month into it, it just started desyncing like crazy. So it's like, fine, fuck it.
And,
This won't work.
Whoever asked in chat there, yes, I do have some Excedrin inside of me. I took some right at the top of the stream because Leah gets migraines, so we had some laying around. I grabbed some of that. So hopefully that'll help. I mean, it seems to be.
Experience beige. Hey, Boleslav, what's going on? Yes, Herr Bob is in command. Bundeswehr Bobbler.
Bundeswehr Bobbler.
Bundeswehr Bobbler.
And Benito Magnusolini.
The finest pasta dish to come out in a century.
Indeed. It's delightful.
It's delightful. I mean, I think I'm really just waiting for production to finish up at this point. So I like more infantry, more tanks. I should really make a motorized division is what I should do.
Motorized divisions are really, really useful during Barbarossa because a lot of times, you'll break through a Russian line using your armor, and then you might not necessarily need your armor to exploit that breach. You just need someone fast to get in and start surrounding Soviet units. And tanks take up a lot more fuel than motorized divisions, so it could be really effective to build some motorized to go with your tanks. Still fighting against a tribe who fought with bows. I'm not fighting Ethiopia! And they had real guns! Have you ever played Metal Gear Solid? Not. I played like the first one on. Well, I played the PS1 game, but I don't know. That doesn't really. It just doesn't really rub me the right. I never really liked Metal Gear Solid.
Where did Experience Beige come from? So there was this genre of games that was called FMV, full motion video, and it sometimes would be a board game. This is kind of big during the '90s, as I recall. Ben probably remembers this too.
Yep.
Where if you had a VCR back in our day, our tapes were this big.
Bob, I played one of those games like a year ago.
There was one that I mean, there were some that were VHS and others that you could play on your computer, which kind of were like click adventure games, is what they were. This one in particular was a board game that you could play, and it had something to do with a Klingon taking over the Enterprise or something like that, and you had to stop him essentially through the board game.
Just a Klingon, one guy.
It was a Klingon. It was the actor who played Gowron, but he wasn't playing Gowron.
Oh, I love that guy.
Yeah. So every so often he'll be like, "Experience beige," which is like Klingon way of saying you're going to experience pain up to your pain threshold and then some.
Well, it's a little more long-winded your way, but it works.
Experience beige.
Quartermaster Support Battalion, Standard Infantry Branch upgrades. That's a little bit of everything for a little bit of everybody. We're actually doing okay now. The Italian military is theoretically on par with the rest of the world's. Hey, Lord Cucumber. Definitely not going to be drinking today because I'm like fighting off a migraine right now.
Well, look at it this way: if you're drunk, then you won't feel the headache.
Well, there's two things that could happen. I could get drunk and it could be perfectly fine, or I could get drunk and it'll just exacerbate it and I puke on my keyboard.
Well, if we're already spending a bunch of oil with our motorized divisions, I think we should put a medium artillery instead of just a field artillery in there.
Oh yeah, with field artillery is good for units that'll be fighting in rough terrain. So if you're doing like airborne units, Marines, mountain infantry, light infantry, the things you're sending off on the peripheries or in rough areas, like regular divisions should have larger artillery pieces than field. But thank you for joining, Lord Cucumber. I do appreciate it.
And I think we're going to ditch the anti-tank support in favor of tank destroyers.
Tank destroyers are very good. Just the only thing to keep in mind there is that tank destroyers
we have those already. Never mind.
Need fuel.
You need fuel.
All of the fuel.
Actually, I'm going to put light armor support in here, and then parliamentary scandal.
It's very scandalous, Bob.
Hermann Goering could be removed here if I do this. Or, actually, yes, I'm going to say fuck Hermann Goering.
He really must be Goering.
Very Goering. And I'm actually going to go and put in machine gun support on this guy, is what I'm going to do. So it's three infantry motorized, a medium field artillery, tank destroyers, armor light support, machine guns, light recon, motorized, because I don't have the armored recon, and then transport trucks. You put the bigger one in there.
Okay.
The Division HQ. So that's what I'm going to go with.
That sounds pretty good.
And we're going to make... Let's make 5 runs of 3 on that.
Gonna annex Yugoslavia. I'm gonna as soon as I can. I think what's gonna happen is, when Bob starts, pops things off, I think things might get a little hairy for the rest of the world. I might be able to attack Yugoslavia then. I hope so, at least. You plan on fighting the Royal Navy? I don't plan on leaving the Mediterranean. My Navy is, because I don't have aircraft carriers, my Navy is here to just control the Mediterranean.
There might be some joint German-Italian operations at some point.
Yeah. But for now, I'm not doing nothing crazy.
Yeah. Holy 3 does remind me a lot more of Axis and Allies. Is that accurate? Probably. I mean, the Paradox guys are, like history nerds. I'm sure you can tell that by their catalog. So it goes without saying they probably like games like Axis and Allies, Stratego, things like that.
Stratego.
Chess for those that are really, retro, I guess.
I'm gonna cancel some of this production that I know I'm not going to be using.
I like chess. Chess is a good game.
Yeah, I've never heard of it. Well, at least I got my, now demobilizing. I was freed up enough production for me to get guns out into the field.
So I could do small news and politics, small entertainment show. What's the difference here?
So I could take control of some of Bob's units. I could if he sent an expeditionary force, but I don't think we're going to be doing that right now. Spain's in a civil war. Who's winning? Right now, it looks like nobody.
Yeah.
Pretty even. The amount of rage on YouTube for that never heard of it comment is going to be beautiful. I don't even remember what I said it in reference to.
Never heard it. What are we talking about?
I don't even remember what we were talking about when I said that. What's my goal for this?
You mean the subservient Italians being the meat shields for their German masters? Look, Benito, Magnussini is a very valued friend right now. Not ally, because
I know my goddamn place. Don't patronize me. I know my place in the world.
It wasn't me. It was my chat.
Don't stop patronize me, Bob's chat.
Oh God! Stop yelling at them. it just makes them grow angry and belligerent.
Numerous and belligerent.
Maybe we are the same person. We just don't know it.
For whoever. Oh, chess. I said I never heard of chess before.
What?
Whoever asked in my chat, it scrolled past, so I can't see it now. My plan is to attack Yugoslavia and Romania and control part of the border with Russia. Hey, Connor, thanks for the cheer there. Control part of the border with the Soviet Union, so I can assist in Barbarossa.
Yeah, that was Hoi 3 Vanilla. We did that together. I was Italy that time. You were Germany. Yeah, and we invaded Soviet Union, and I was kind of like, oh, I didn't get anything out of that. Oh, well, I guess we'll move on. But, man, there were some salty people in the comment section on my end about that. It's just like, what? You didn't get anything out of the Soviet Union? What? It's just like, I don't know what to tell you. It's the way the game goes.
I'm sorry, guys, but he's playing Italy. He doesn't deserve anything.
Oh, dearie me.
Hey, I'm Italy right now. I know my place in the world, goddammit.
I think I still had Yugoslavia. I had Romania, I think. I think I had up to that. I had Hungary under my control. And I had secured Turkey, I think, which wasn't too hard. Greece had fallen. I had taken Spain, Portugal. I mean, the Hearts of Iron 3 game was really not that hard, No,
Hearts of Iron 3 Vanilla is not a difficult game.
Hey, Desert Fox. Yes, I hope my Monday goes well as yours, and I hope yours goes well too.
It's a little esoteric in its knowledge with the UI, but it's not a difficult game once you learn how the basics works. Not difficult. I am gonna do something crazy and actually put some thing on my production queue.
you madman.
I know, really. I need more just fucking straight up infantry divisions.
Actually, motto Italy. I just need more. When will the Bob Reich turn on its Italian allies?
What?
Never, because
What?
Ben is better at this game than I am.
I'm pretty sure that if Bob attacked me, I could stalemate him for all eternity.
Yeah, I mean Ben's got a better handle on the
I don't
poetry
think
than
I could.
do.
I don't think I could win, but I think I could stalemate him for a while.
What is love? Love is just baby don't hurt me, Kaizo. That's all love is.
Let's see. Some light recon. Alright. It's not a bad division. I could do some support. I could do machine
Your
guns.
divisions are bad, you should feel bad.
I'm Italy. We could do quartermaster to reduce supply consumption. Yeah, let's do that. Let's reduce supply consumption here. And I'm gonna do 2 runs of 5. Start production. And I am going to let some of these ships finish, because a lot of them are almost done. And then I'm going to pop the rest of the stuff to the bottom. And let that infantry go up to the top. Every once in a while I get some trolls on YouTube going, "Why are you playing Hearts of Iron 3 when Hearts of Iron 4 is out?" And most of the time that happens, like 5 people in my comments section just jump on it and are like, "What's wrong with you?"
Well, I mean, you've got a very dedicated Hearts of Iron 3 fan base, right? So, I mean, that stands to reason that, you know, Hearts of Iron 3 fans would be like, fuck Hearts of Iron 4.
Yeah.
Depending on why they, you know, like Hearts of Iron 3 and dislike Hearts of Iron 4, of course, but...
Alright, let's see. Okay, let's pop these guys off. I do have a fair amount of submarines here. I think they're all antiquated. Those mighty Italian battleships. They are actually not that bad. My battleships aren't really too terrible. It's up to date, to say the least.
Flak Regiment Goering.
Oh yeah. He gets pissy, and every once in a while he's like, "I want my own division with blackjack and hookers."
Yeah, we're gonna say no.
And it's just like so it's like a playground of all of Goering's like favorite toys that he wants at the time.
I'm balls deep Bob I'm not as experienced as Ben, but I'm balls deep Bob for a reason. Well, you mean I would be relying on just like sheer German numbers and equipment, I think is what I would be relying on. I can't take bank loans and just hire mercenaries from like the French countryside. You know, it's like it's not how that works.
Sir, the Swiss have rented condottieri to Nazi Germany. Hey, Soul Reaper. Slaughter the Germans and regain the Empire? Oh my god.
Do what now?
People are telling me to slaughter the Germans now. I'm gonna go ahead and pass on that. Hearts of Iron 2 is best. I have not played enough Hearts of Iron 2. I actually plan on returning to that at some point in the near future.
I have a hard time making that run in a window properly in like a perspective. One, because the window's so fucking small when you do window the damn thing, and then when you got a full screen, it doesn't display right on a 16:9 screen.
No.
For one, and then everything's pixelated as shit, so it's actually kind of hard to look at. For one, I'm confident it's a good game and such like that. I just don't have the patience to deal with that level of graphics.
Oh no, I understand that. I get it.
I do, however, have all the patience to deal with Jane's Fighters Anthology.
Which, that I don't understand if it's a fun game, but I think it's funny that one of them you're like, ah, fuck these graphics, I can't handle it. But this one, this is good shit. Is it because it's a simpler title, so it's easier to overlook the graphics?
No, I think it's part of my childhood nostalgia.
Nostalgia.
So that's a huge part of why I started playing that, you know, for one. And two, I just can't really find a lot of good modern flight sims. You know, a lot of them seem to be a little more on the arcadey side for me.
Stromovich.
So, like, there's there's only one I saw, which, you know, potentially has it, but I don't have the patience to deal with their DLC, which is $40 for like a fucking A plane. So it's just like, no, I'm good. It's DCS. I don't remember what it stands for.
I know what you're talking about. I've heard of it.
And it's free to play, but you got to buy like aircraft individually, and they're like $40 to $50 for a single plane, which I'm sure they put a lot of work into. They look super detailed. It's a very, very, very pretty game. I'm not spending $40 for a single aircraft. Sorry, it's not happening.
Politics and Hoi 2 are the best. Or are there really? I haven't played enough Hoi 2 to understand the politics of Hoi 2.